man. Testing, testing. Hopefully the audio is good, man. I had to restart this live stream. But today's topic, Chantelle Cameron, she gets upgraded to WBC champion due to Katie Taylor stepping away from the sport. Katie Taylor is stepping away from the sport. Um, and my humble opinion is she's ducking. Um, the WBC ordered um, Chantelle Cameron as the mandatory, and then all of a sudden, Katie Taylor wants to go on vacation. You know, she had a very, very easy outing versus Amanda Serrano in her last fight. The trilogy that took place, really a fight that I don't think we didn't, nobody needed to see. Um, she beat her 3 times. The second fight, she used dirty tactics. She was headbutting the shit out of Amanda Serrano, and so maybe that was kind of why people wanted to see the third fight because they felt Katie Taylor cheated, and I kind of agree. You know, same way she cheated versus Chantelle Cameron in their rematch. This woman has done maximum damage to people's skulls out here, and referees have allowed her to get away with it, unfortunately. And yeah, but now Bonk or the headbutt queen is stepping down. She's stepping out of the way because, in my humble opinion, she wants no smoke with Chantel. I'm gonna pull up this article to further elaborate on the upgrading that took place with Chantel. Once again, hopefully audio is transmitting this time. We got Game Killer up in here. What's up, man? So hit the like button for me, fam. Let me share this screen with y'all real quick. Let's see this article here. Hopefully y'all having a good day, man. I'm the Black Horseman. Shout out to the ones catching the playback. Britain Chantelle Cameron has been elevated to full WBC light welterweight world champ after Katie Taylor was named champ in recess. 34-year-old Northampton fighter steps up from interim status after Taylor informed sanctioning body she plans to take time away from boxing. Says a trilogy bout had been mandated, but Taylor chose not to pursue it as she focuses on a break from boxing. It says the WBC confirmed to BBC Sport the decision to upgrade Cameron this week and order her to face fellow Briton Sandy Ryan. That's going to be a good scrap. Excuse me. I got Chantel winning that, but that's going to be a exciting scrap. I think it's going to be toe to toe. Hardly no backward steps, just slugfest that I believe Cameron will get the better of. But it says Cameron paid tribute to promoters Jake Paul and Nakisa Badarian after signing with Most Valuable Promotions in May. I gotta tell you, man, Most Valuable Promotions is definitely making moves, signing boxers, and particularly women's boxers. They're getting a lot more spotlight on a big stage. They've been on Netflix. A lot more eyes are on them, and it's a good thing what Jake Paul is doing as a promoter, man. I don't too much care about his fights, but as a promoter, I think that he's doing pretty well. You know, says looking forward to making more moves in my career with a great team, and the future is looking bright. That's what Chantel posted on Instagram. Irish superstar Taylor has been recognized as WBC Emeritus champion, meaning she will be first in line for a title shot should she return. So, yeah, um, maybe she will return, but if she does return, I don't think that she'll be pursuing that WBC strap because, like I said before, I think she wants no smoke with Chantel. Chantel is a different problem in there. She's taller, she's bigger, longer reach. Um, I think a better ring IQ, and she's a dog. She is a dog. But when she's getting her head bashed open from headbutts, it's difficult to be in your A game when you have Sue Woo dripping in your eye. So it just is what it is, man. I'm just glad that she's moving on. Katie Taylor, she can go on vacation or whatever, feed sheep or something, whatever. But yeah, I don't think Eddie Hearn and them wanted this fight anyway for Katie because she went through hell fighting this lady. So congratulations to Chantelle Cameron for um, being elevated to WBC champion. And if Katie Taylor won it back, she know what to do. She know where to find you. So yeah, man, that's the first update I wanted to give y'all. Also, on the Jake Paul Gervonta Davis card, another athlete that a lot of people love and admire out here. She calls herself the Bomb, Alicia Baumgardner. She's also going to be on this card. But I came across an interesting article that was talking about her her upcoming fight. To my knowledge, she is still with Derek James. She's keeping Derek James in the game. It was a rough. It was getting rough for Derek James. A lot of his fighters was just not. They just wasn't completing the task in the boxing ring. Whether we talking about Jamel Charlo, Errol Spence, um, what's the guy that Tank knocked out? I think Frank Martin. Yeah, I think he trains Frank Martin too. Alicia Baumgardner had a rough outing in her last fight too. She was getting pieced up. Forgot that lady's name. She was piecing the shit out of Alicia. I don't know if she had them PED pellets in the last fight or what, but let me share this article though. Let me share this article, and we're gonna keep this shit moving. What's going on, Lisa? Hopefully the audio's straight this time. I don't know what the hell was going on, but let me share this article with y'all real quick. I need some zoomers here. Zoom in a little bit. So this article is brought to us by ESPN. Alicia Baumgardner, part of Jake Paul Gervonta Davis undercard. The undercard for November 14th exhibition boxing match between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis has been revealed with both men's and women's championship fights. MVP Promotions announced Tuesday. The event will be streamed globally live on Netflix. Alicia Baumgardner, 16-1, 7 knockouts, will defend her WBA, WBO, and IBF junior lightweight titles against Layla Bedoin in the co-main event. So she's on the co-main event, you guys. This fight will be contested under men's championship fight rules with 12 3-minute rounds. Once again, Alicia Baumgardner's next fight is going to be contested under men's championship fight rules of 12 3-minute rounds. Her statement is consistency is what keeps me sharp and makes me dangerous. Yeah, we know what else makes you dangerous too. Baumgardner said in a statement to ESPN, fighting 12 3 minutes, 12 rounds, 3 minutes represents equality. Equality in boxing means giving champions a platform to show their greatness. I'm here to show the world that I am built for any and everything. And still, says Baumgardner recently relinquished her WBC title due to WBC president Mauricio Suleiman opposing 3-minute rounds for women's boxing. Um, there was a little dilemma too with who did he? I think he shut down another fight that was Maybe it was the Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor shit. I don't think he was on board with that. But here we go. Yeah. So she basically relinquishes her title because Mauricio Suleiman says, no, we're not doing 3 minutes, um, 12 rounds. Not happening. So basically, Alicia threw the belt in the trash. Similar situation. Oh, okay, here it is in this next sentence. I was just thinking about that. Happened with Amanda Serrano when she vacated her WBC featherweight title in protest of the sanctioning body's refusal to sanction her request for a 12-round, 3-minute title defense. So I think it was maybe against somebody else when Amanda fought the 3 minutes. Like Amanda Serrano and many other great champs before me, I believe women should have the choice to compete under the same rules as men. 12 rounds, 3 minutes per round. Baumgartner said, I have chosen to move forward in my career under those terms. My next championship fight will take place under those rules, and since the WBC does not currently allow women to fight under those terms, I've made a difficult decision to vacate my WBC title. So she's no longer undisputed. She says, I respect the WBC and want to thank them for all the support they've given her through her career. Becoming the champion was a career defining honor and uh plan look forward to and plan to one day fight for WBC belt again. End quote from Alicia. So that's pretty much up it on her as far as the change as far as the 3 minute rounds, 12. I don't agree with it. I really don't. I've seen how a lot of these females struggle just with these 2 minute rounds, and it be looking ugly. She didn't look that great in her last bout, you know, under the 10 minutes. Hold on one second, y'all. My bad, y'all. I had a call come through. Let me share this other let me see if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, I wanted to see this no, that was the only article. I just wanted to make sure. But as far as Alicia Baumgartner, uh the 3 minutes, 12, hey, whatever. Best of luck to her. She better not gas out because she's gonna receive a lot of criticism and she looks sloppy. People are gonna be like, yeah, man, see, that's why you should have stayed with the 2 minutes. 10 rounds, 2 minutes. You should have stayed with that. Over here trying to be all special and act like you can do what the men do. So cool. You stepping out there, you know, make sure you don't get tired. Make sure you don't look sloppy and all that gassing out shit in them later rounds, them championship rounds. Okay. That's all I expect, you know. Um, I think sometimes it can go too far with this talking about equality and stuff. Whereas I've even heard they say the scientifically, women's heads is more fragile. Brains is more fragile. So those longer rounds, you getting hit a lot more. And when you tired and sloppy, you can get fucked up. It could be CTE promotions. Who knows? So at least is gonna fuck around to find out. I don't think this opponent she's facing is all that, but we'll see. Because I didn't think the opponent that she was facing in the last fight was special, but she was getting pieced up. So hopefully, hopefully she do what she got to do, man. Because you know, shout out to MVP Promotions, man. They keep giving these uh these boxers opportunities, and they got to shine. Hey, what's up, Charles? What's happening, dog? What's happening? Baumgartner fell off. Oh shit. Iron Cone. Oh man, you jumping off? You jumping off the bandwagon, bruh? He said she needs to stick to thirst traps for dudes like me on the ground. Damn, he said she fell off though. Yeah, well, we'll see. Um, but once again, this is on the card of Jake Paul and Javante Davis. Um, this is insanity. Um, when I seen them face to face, they Tank look, fruity. He was looking at him like, um, I don't know. Tank just had a weird look on his face, and Jake Paul looked at Tank like, this is a snack, whatever. So whatever, man. I don't too much care about this fight, but there is some interesting fights on the undercard. You know, um, so yeah, we'll see how it turns out. We'll see who get knocked out. You know, Jake Paul is big, man. He might knock Tank the fuck out, or Tank might knock him out. I don't know. Um, I think Tank gonna be on his bike. If he was on his bike versus Rolly, he definitely gonna be on his bike versus Jake. He don't want to go out like that. To duck to duck Roach and get knocked out by a Caucasian influencer, bruh. Yeah, you gonna have to leave the country. You have to leave the country if that happens. You know, because you're gonna get cooked every chance. I know every time I go live, if I think about it, I'm cooking you on that. Just like Tyron Woodley got cooked for like 6 months straight after he got knocked out. Your shit is gonna be worse, Tank, if you get knocked out by Jake Paul. You know, so yeah, best of luck to him too, cause he on some sucker shit. We all know it. All boxing fans know Tank is on some sucker shit, straight up. And while I'm thinking about this shit, man, flame a shame to Tank, really, flame a shame to Tank. And I heard an interesting perspective from Timothy Bradley on Tank taking this fight. He basically saying that Al Heyman and PBC is basically forcing him. This is recoup money right here, because PBC is in struggle mode. They pretty much on their way out. They on their last, life raft. So this is the way out for them. Tank taking the money fight with Jake Paul, and yeah. So what they call it? I think that's what they said. They wanted Canelo. Timothy Bradley said something like they wanted Canelo on his contract to fight Jake Paul. His PBC contract to fight Jake Paul, and he didn't. So when Canelo did something else, and signed with Turkey, this is what you got to do. Pay your dues, Tank. So clown shit. If you do get knocked out, it's good content for me. So I ain't rooting for him. Looking for the free call party. Tank abuse his fans like he do women. Yeah, I seen a little bit of his it's hard to watch a lot of his shit, man. It's terrible. Terrible, man. Like, now I kind of understand why Floyd was taking over the interviews, back in the day? Because first I thought he was just doing it out of his ego. Like I said before, five time champion, not different weight classes. Like I said before, saying all that weird shit he be saying just to get attention. But it's like when I seen when I see Tank now trying to, take over these interviews and have debates and answer questions, I be like, hell nah, bro. I'd rather y'all get Leonard Smellerby to interrupt and speak for this man. Tank got issues speaking, bro. Um, yeah, man. Tank, you probably needed Floyd for about 4 more years, man. Floyd may not be able to read, but he talk better than you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, actual? Actual facts up in the building. Oh, also too, man. Uh, uh, since we was talking about women's boxing, Shields, she's on her high horse, man. She's doing her thing, but she showed eating a lot on her channel, man. I'm like, damn, Carissa, you know, I guess she loving this heavyweight, this heavyweight class that she in now. Get to knock, beat these girls up and eat what she want to eat. But yeah, man, she's living her best life. She, enjoying being in her relationship with Papoose. Papoose just released some hot record. I ain't heard the whole thing. I just heard his little line. I'm like, man, Papoose got bars, bruh. Carissa don't, but Papoose got bars, and I think that's kind of why Carissa is fucking with Papoose too, cause she like, dang, the nigga can scrap and he got bars, and I'm trying to work on my bars so I can help him on some fighting shit. He can help me on my bars, and then we can go out and eat together, shit, hang out. So I don't know how Papoose feel about her eating all the time and all that shit, playback, but you know, shout out to her, man. But a lot of times I don't really want to just see you eat in camera. I be thinking Carissa Shields be having like something to say. And really just be I'm like, up next. I don't have time for this. So shout out to her. She's still the best, still quoting all that. Shut up and be a fan promotions. Damn, is that what he's saying? Wow. Yeah, Tank is not, I don't even think he graduated in middle school. So what do we expect, man? What do we expect, man? His understanding is whatever, man. He don't understand that the boxing fans is what helped him get to this level. It was your skills and your hard work, but the you know the endless support you've been getting all of this time, man. Despite you being an asshole, because Tank is really an asshole, bro. And I really felt Crawford when he said that shit. He was just like, I just don't like that dude. I just really don't like that dude. Like, he genuinely meant that shit. Like, just his personality. Like, yeah, you could be a hell of a fighter. People can give you credit. Like, you knocking dudes the fuck out. Even though you take knees and blame shit on hair grease when shit get tough for you, but you're an asshole, man. You're a jerk. To your fans. You're an asshole to your significant others, and you know. But I heard about that, like the little short man complex. A lot of them niggas be little and angry. I don't understand that shit, man. I don't understand them little short man tempers and uh, tantrums and shit. I don't get it. You know, you're rich, buddy. You're a rich man, and there's no need to be that upset. It's really not. No reason. You're rich, bro. You came from the dirt, from nothing, from sleeping outside boxing gyms, waiting for this shit to open for you to have some place to, you know what I mean? That you can call, feel like you home in. So, yeah, man. But when super close to Adrian Broner and shit like that, what do we expect? You know what I mean? What do we expect? Yeah, so for the most part, man, I'm trying to think if was there somebody else on this card that I'm forgetting. Oh, Gary Antoine Russell is on this card as well. And he's actually fighting an undefeated dude. Same dude. Only thing I seen on the guy's resume, he fought Jin Sasaki. He stopped Jin Sasaki first before Brian Norman. So Yoka something. So Gary Antoine Russell is gonna have seem like he might have a tough little defense. But Gary Antoine Russell's a dog, so I expect him to handle business. Expect him to handle up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. For the most part, that's really all I got for this one, man. Shout out to women's boxing, man. Shout out to women's boxing. Shout out to Chantelle once again for being up elevated to WBC champion. You know, because you would have still been undefeated if you didn't suffer so much um, head damage from Katie Taylor. You know, and now she got to sit down on the sidelines and think about all the damage she done. With her head instead of her fist. She was doing it with her fist in her last fight versus Serrano, but in the rematch, the second fight versus Serrano, oh yeah, it was straight up football moves. Running back type shit. And that's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. So, and then best of luck to Alicia Baumgartner. You know, your performance was suspect as fuck in your last fight. He was getting pieced up. You got away with one. I'm not saying you lost it, but you kind of got away with one. It was low key a draw on my card because that lady was piecing you the fuck up. So, what you asking for 3-minute rounds now, and trying to be in equality and all of that? Let's make sure you have equal stamina since you want equality. Don't get tired because I'm gonna flame you. I'm letting y'all know now. I know y'all love Alicia, but if she gets tired, say gets into the championship rounds, 10, 11, 12. If she's gassing out, I'm going to flame her immediately. So, you know, don't get upset when you get this male flame. You want equality. Well, equal opportunity flame too. Shout out to my dog, Actual Facts. Equal opportunity flame. You want to fight 12 rounds, 3 minutes like the men. Well, you can get flamed like the men too. You have a shitty ass performance. You know what I'm saying? So best of luck to her. Maybe you can restore your relationship with the WBC in the future one day because they're not fucking with the 3-minute rounds. So um, you did say some kind things about them, despite you throwing their belt in the trash. So just make sure your performance ain't trash, and wish you all the best of luck. That's it, man. I'm the Black Horseman. We on to the next, man. Peace out.